You are back with Duke and the Doctor. 877-799-3853 is the phone number for the answer to your health questions the natural way. And we'll be getting to those phone lines momentarily. Right now we're covering low-carb dieting. It's not a new thing. It's not a new fad. It's been around for 150 years or more. And who was first to popularize it? A gentleman by the name of William Banting, who was formerly an obese English undertaker, who was he was first to popularize it based on a pamphlet that he wrote to the general public under the direction of his doctor. Tell us a little bit more about it, honey.
Well, he was overweight and he asked his doctor what he should do. And I might add that back in that day, and even as late as the early 1900s, the people being overweight, they considered, quote, excess flesh to be one of the most objectionable forms of disease. This is way back in 1900, more than 100 years ago. It was viewed as objectionable and called it a disease. So back in 1863, Banting was overweight and asked his doctor what to do, and his doctor prescribed a diet for him and told him what to eat. So Banting wrote in his own words what the diet was that was responsible for him losing weight. It became so popular that he continued to print it and give it out to people. Subsequent to that, years later, an actual publishing company published it as a book in the 3rd and 4th edition, and it remained in print until as recently as 2007. So more than 100 years this book remained in print on weight loss. And the book was really easy. Basically, he ate his meals every day consistently, 4 meals a day. However, his meals consisted of meat, greens, fruits. He avoided sugar, starch, milk, and butter. Could you imagine people in this country wanting to give up milk and butter, Duke? It's tough to think we would do that. But he found that to be extremely successful, and his diet was so popular that it became, people among themselves would say, do you Bant? And that meant, are you watching your weight the way Banting does, and are you successful losing your weight? So do you Bant is the term for people back in the late 1800s and early 1900s for wanting to lose weight.
There you have it. Low-carb dieting, not new to today. In fact, over 150 years old.
But let me say this about this low-carb dieting. Part of it also is he's really focused on low refined carbohydrate dieting. It's no sugar and no milk and butter, the high fats. He did advocate eating fruits and vegetables and lean meat.
That's right. He had greens in there, which are known to be carbohydrates as well, but they're the good carbohydrates. And oftentimes I think that's the problem with the term low-carb dieting. It encompasses all carbohydrates in some people's minds, and I don't think that's the intention. We need to avoid the processed, refined carbohydrates like sugar, the sweets. But the complex carbohydrates like the beans, the fruits, and the vegetables, they're a go as far as I'm concerned.
There is nothing wrong with an apple. People that say, oh, I'm on a low-carb diet, or I'm diabetic, I can't have an apple, or I can't have pineapple, or I can't have watermelon, I can't have a banana. You know, there's nothing wrong with any fruit. Fruit has fiber in it, which slows the release of sugar into your bloodstream. It's also very filling, it's important as a natural appetite suppressant, and it's good for regularity and decreasing your risk of colon cancer.
And loaded with vitamins and minerals, including antioxidants that are protective in many, many diseases.
Absolutely.
All right.